well and truly do. I'm excited to see him do more stuff in Destiny, and I want to see how the voice acting, like, with some new direction and some new stuff, and, like, him doing Zavala stuff. Hopefully. Maybe Zavala will end up being a fucking nothing character from now on, which I well and truly wanted Zavala to step out of the frame. I wanted Ikora to step up. I wanted Ikora to become the Vanguard commander, or basically have the Vanguard dissolve. That was my other thing that I thought was going to happen. I thought we were going to lose the Vanguard entirely. Because, I mean, Crow really didn't want the role. To be fair, most hunters don't want the Hunter Vanguard role. But Crow really didn't want it. Because he still sees himself, and probably still does, as the man who killed Cayde 6. I'm a fit. Yeah, okay. Then there's the whole thing about Zavala using stasis. I thought he was gonna get a little nutsy crazy on stasis. Well and truly. I thought he was gonna lose it, but fuck it. I will say it was kind of sweet of him, I think it was Season of the Wish, of him asking Ikora to teach him to use stasis. I thought that was kind of sweet. Oh, buddy, did you not know? God, this is why we need good new player shit! Oh my god! Yeah, so he killed Cayde. Okay, hold on. We need to go do something. We need to do something right now. So, we're going to the timeline, kids. Useful, nothing major. Yeah, I mean, didn't we all? I just wanted characters to be, like, prominent. Welcome back, Ducky. We are teaching chat about the death of Cayde 6. We are teaching chat. So, once upon a time. We're technically Aldrin Crow. So, once upon a time, there was Destiny 1. That happened. Doesn't really affect much what's going on. The Red War came. This fucker over here named Gaul. He took our light. It was a bad time. It had some of the most bangery of bangers. We killed Gaul. It was a good time. Curse of Osiris. Hey, we found Osiris after he was not lost in the Infinite Forest, but he was kind of just doing his own thing because he was exiled from the city. But then he and Ikora bonded because Ikora is his mentee. And he used to be the Hunter Vanguard, or not the Hunter, Jesus, Warlock Vanguard, and he was really cool, because he was also looking for Saint 14, and he was still looking for Saint after we came out of this. We changed the history, yay! Warmind, we meet Anna Bray and Rasputin, and this one sucks, and because we technically killed a worm god? He sex doll. Do not blasphemy! Do not blasphemize Saint 14 as a robot sex doll. They might be having couples issues, but he is so much more than that. But yeah, Warmind happens. Nothing really changes. Forsaken. We are sent to a little funny place called the Prison of Elders with Cayde 6 and Petravenge, who's the fucking vendor in the Dreaming City. Yeah, so this big fucking thing, that's Rasputin. He's a whole thing. So we go to the Prison of Elders with Cayde. And here's what happens. We'll get a little cinematic. Oh, this is wonderful. This is joy. We get to do this ourselves. Which, by the way, if you didn't know, you can do little, like, background stuff. Oh no, I mean the building. He is located, that entire building is the Rasputin complex. He's a big fucking boy. I mean the whole building. Warmind was a campaign. Let's sit tight, kids. Let's watch Cayde 6 die. See how much context this is gonna give.
To understand where we are today, there's only one place to start.
My man.
Cayde 6.
And Sundance, because we love Sundance.
Cayde 6 was the Hunter Vanguard, a mentor to every hunter in the tower.
I mean, he kind of did for Osiris. They boiled down Osiris's for so much. I'm conflicted on that. Which also, we had some of the most badass cutscenes in Red War.
They never missed a chance.
Rest in peace, Amanda Holiday.
Even in dark times. Our responsibilities weighed on all of us. He tried his best to ease that burden. Cayde's final mission was to prevent a breakout at the prison of elders in the reef. Things didn't go as planned.
And now we get to play through it. Yeah, so to boil all that down, Cayde's a really cool dude. He's been the Hunter Vanguard for fuck knows how. No, we do not say who's Holiday. Do not tell me! Oh no! God, I hate this game. Okay. Amanda Holiday. She was the shipwright, basically, and the mechanic for every single Guardian in the Vanguard. Yes, Cayde and Amanda were very close. Amanda Holiday... Toasted Yeti, thank you so much for the follow. No, you are fine. I say this because I'm so mad about Bungie. I'm so mad at Bungie. Because this is what... You did nothing wrong. Bungie did a lot wrong. Bungie did not remember characters. So, yeah, Amanda Holiday, uncultured. Here's the thing, I don't blame you. I do not blame new players or players coming back into the game who are like, who the fuck are these people? Because there's nothing explaining it. So, Amanda Holiday was the shipwright. She's the person we used to be able to get ships from. She did, like, first sparrows, first ships, all that kind of stuff. And she was kind of just like a vendor to be a vendor. And in, what was it? It was the season we got with Lightfall that I cannot remember. She died protecting us and the, just watch all the cutscenes that mattered. Emotionally tortured Cayde's death. Oh yeah, listen, if we want to do a family movie night, I will plan that on stream next week. Don't you even joke about it. But yeah, we're protecting the Elix name, protecting all the people that the Shadow Legion had captured because they're still out there doing their thing. Amanda died for us, and it was a really heart-wrenching scene because earlier in the season, we had basically been cock-teased about Amanda possibly being dead, but we didn't know if Amanda was dead, and then Amanda wasn't dead, and then Amanda died again. The other reason this hurt is because Crow had recently told her that, hey, I used to be Uldren Sov, and she was having to deal with that, and he was having to deal with that. And so Amanda passed away a little while ago. It was very heart-wrenching. Went slightly wobbly there. Yeah. Yeah, so... Yeah, Crow really wanted to clap them cheeks, let's be totally real. And then he got a weird-ass haircut. So, here we are. So, moving way back, like years back. Here we are in the Prison of Elders. We are called there by the Queen because this is in the brief and in her domain. And this is basically where all the big bads in the Soul System are put and locked away. And Crow was here. She put her brother in prison. Actually, she didn't. I think Petra did. Or something like that. Or Crow came here and is breaking people out. It's one of the two. But Uldren Sov, he's the Prince of the Reef. For way further context, Mara Sov is not around at this time because Mara Sov sacrificed herself a bit to stop Oryx from kind of decimating the system at the time before we could kill Oryx. Uldren Sov, not Crow, thank you. Fucking interchangeable, basically, at this point. But, they are two very different people. Uldren Sov is an asshole. And we get to go help Cayde and Petravenge, who's the vendor in the Dreaming City, make sure that, that this breakout doesn't happen. Oh, no, you're fine. No, they are two different people. Oh, good. Ikora's giving monologue of what I just said. Thanks, Ikora.
There was little to prevent them from ravaging all of Seoul. Petra Venge, right hand of the awoken queen, reached out to
Blacked
aid
out.
the
Dude, me too.
for help getting things back under control.
It's really funny running this. Yes. Yeah, so Aldrin, at the end of Forsaken... Oh, look, I know how to use my super! To be fair, this is what the campaign did, so I can't wholly blame it. Because this was also the DLC that brought a lot of people back to Destiny. It is hailed as one of the best DLCs. But God, did it hurt.
This says we need warden level clearance to open the door. Cayde.
I got you. Stand by for promotion.
Stand by for promotion.
Something's loose, and it's close.
And this is also where we get introduced to Scorn for the first time. Because before, these things spawned and we did not know what they were.
These things.
Oh, buddy, me too. Me fucking too. I cannot tell you how long it took me to at least tolerate Crow because of Aldrin Sov. It was a long time.
The Fallen didn't just become this. Someone did this to them.
Oh, I absolutely cried. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking... I cried a lot when Kate died. I cried too much. Can we go in now? Okay, we can't go in now. Aldrin Sov's mom.
Oh, you missed a truly masterful performance. All that's left is the coup de grace.
The Coupe de Gracie.
What's happening to the floor? I was still got the word. Out of here.
Which also, yeah, he's just like hitting the console and shit. He's not actually doing anything. Bless his heart. Is that white dead looking chick at the helm? No?
Now.
Yeah, no? I don't think Amanda's at the helm.
Sure, got it. One question? How do I do that?
Press the red button.
They're all red.
Then press all of them.
This is also where we get this wonderful gif.
Can't believe that.
I don't think she's at the helm.
I'm amazing.
There is a memorial to her where Crow basically is now in the, not the annex. It's like the hangar. If you find Crow, that's where Amanda used to be. Oh, and now we gotta combat. I've been auto-modded. I'm sorry about that. It's all good. I don't think Amanda's at the helm. I don't think she used to be either. I think she was solely in the tower.
Booting it. For real this time. Come on.
This is also how we get Ace of Spades, by the way. This is the campaign we get Ace of Spades.
With extreme prejudice.
With extreme prejudice.
Well, everything's where it's supposed to be, but now it's asking me for some kind of secondary activation.
Should be a terminal you can use out on the catwalks. I'll cover you from here, once I figure out how to turn the turrets on.
Thanks, kid.
By the way, you and me, good team.
Yeah, they really laid it on thick for this, by the way. Only for them to fucking kill him. He goes out like a... We could say all we want about Cayde dying. He went out like a goddamn hero. And the second time around, he went out on his own terms. which I still have thoughts about.
Hey, buddy, what do you think of my new gun?
Thanks, Cade. I can't use my
Still
grenade.
with us, Petra? We're gonna clear you a path to Supermax real soon.
Copy that.
Oh, I could get used to this.
I also need to look. Slowly starting to understand. Yep. Yep.
Can I just say I'm having the time of my life right now?
So the other thing about Cade that is known to an amount of people, like if you don't know the lore of the game or you're not really into it, it's not always mentioned. But Cade, the reason Cade, yeah, I would recommend to buy Finch. I would recommend to buy Finch.
I've hit a locked door. Any updates for me?
But there is, so the reason that Cade was the Hunter Vanguard is because he made a bet with his buddy Andal Brask, who at the time was the Hunter Vanguard. And they were like, whoever kills Tannix doesn't have to be the Hunter Vanguard. And the first time around, Cade killed Tannix. And then Tannix came back because it's fucking Tannix and Tannix is never dead. I'm ready for Tannix to come back as a fucking Taken at this point. And then Tannix came back. And they went back. And Andal Brask passed. And Andal Brask died. Meaning Cade was the next Hunter Vanguard. Because that was still technically the dare between them. And it's okay, it took up the mantle. We almost got a human Hunter Vanguard. Could you imagine? Andal Brask was hot, though. The art of him? Fine.
You in the green now, PV?
Yes, accessing the lower levels now. Just gotta check on a couple of things.
Yeah. So Cade is near and dear to many people's hearts.
You're the one.
Image forming now. Good. We're about to get a cutscene. We're about to get a cutscene. I don't remember if we played through the next part. Hi, Ollie. What are you doing down
Looks like we're all done and dusted here, kiddos. Ramen's on me.
Looking pretty good down here. Just gotta check one last thing.
There also used to be a playable activity in the Prison of Elders, by the way. Apparently it was really fun. I'm really mad I didn't play it.
No. Cade, he's gone. This isn't a prison riot. It's a prison break.
The airlock on deck 0. It's the only way out this far down. They're going to escape.
Yeah, that last one was supposed to be Aldrin's.
I'll get there first.
And here comes Cade, doing Cade things.
Cade?
Cade is the Deadpool of Destiny. He really is.
Never felt better.
Must have knocked out the comm relays with that spectacular landing. And cue the ominous music.
Okay, everybody. Back in your cages. I said, back in your cages!
Homie using a trip mine grenade. Can you imagine? I could never. I hate trip mine grenades.
That hurt. Sorry. Not sorry.
He invented the blade barrage, by the way.
That's it.
He got so pissed he invented a new super. In case y'all need that reminder.
Oh, is that really all you got? You help me out here, little buddy.
Rest in peace, Sundance. Also, this makes the Scorn look so intimidating.
I'm coming home, Ace.
But that's not what kills Cayde. We get to find that out next! Yippee! I hate this game. I hate this game so goddamn much. But I love it.
Cayde, Petra,
Yep, okay. Yep, now we go in the hole.
come in, Cayde. Hey, welcome back. We fell at least 20 stories down, and I can't reach Cayde or Petra.
Into the hole we go. Hi, buddy. Immediately puts him in the ground. See, we could have saved Cayde if we were just stronger. Do we actually get loot from this? No. We've done it once before, so I don't think we get loot again.
No,
And that's Sundance dying?
she's dead.
And then we get another cutscene. Yeah, that hit didn't kill Cayde. Homie resilient. There's our bastard. There's Uldren Soft.
This is awkward. You gotta go like a borrow.
No. But I do have a bullet with your name on it.
Any second now, my partner is gonna roll in here and kill every last one of you. And you, my man.
This is going to hurt. A lot. Any last words?
How's your sister?
Fucking good line. Fucking good line. And that is the death of Cayde 6. Now, why did Uldren do that? He's a bitch. But why did... Best line in Destiny 2. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Far and away. Please don't tell me the game's frozen. Oh, now we get another cutscene.
To Uldren, Cayde was just an obstacle in his path. But to us, the loss of Cayde was devastating. It shattered our fire team and left the last city in mourning. Uldren met his fate, but that wasn't the end of his story.
It's also not clear who shoots Uldren. It's assumed the Guardian. Oh yeah, here's Glint. At the time known as, I think, Pork Chop?
He was resurrected by a ghost named Glint.
Pork Chop?
And, having no memory of his past, took on the name Crow. At first, the Vanguard tried to keep Crow in the dark about his past life.
Here's some Crow lore, by the way.
But Crow is not Uldren. In time,
I don't believe it was us.
To understand that who someone chooses to be is more important than who they were.
Also, the parallel with Cayde and Uldren and then Crow and Zaval. He's just... Love that. I've had that a couple times. We have that in the pre-to-final shape. Yeah, so that's Crow. So that's how Crow ends up being Crow. I don't believe it was us. I wish it was. I think it's debated still. Because it's not confirmed. Like, even I think in lore, like in the Vanguard report, it just said Uldren was shot. And then the big fucking question, why did Uldren do that? Why did he decide to kill Cayde? Well, it wasn't kind of Uldren. It was Uldren being manipulated by Riven, who was being corrupted by Savathun. At the time, we did not know that. We knew that he was corrupted by Riven. We fight a spirit of Riven, then we go to... I just hope it was us too. Dude, me same. Me same. I don't know what my fucking mouth did there, but alright. No, so... And then we do Last Wish, and we go in there, and Petra's like, hey, make sure not to wish for anything when you go and kill Riven. And then we did wish for something. Because we wished to kill Riven. And that sent a bunch of shit spiraling, and that was great. And then Savathun ends up, and so there's a great thing called Savathun's Song, and that used to be a little strike, and it was a fun strike, and I miss it a lot, and it was on Titan. But there is a very... Forgossius seizure. Dude, this is a corner of my brain that gets itched regularly. It's fucking working overtime. Yeah, so Savathun is a bitch. And I'll say it, Savathun's a bitch. But anyway, Savathun was using this funny little ditty that you hear in some of the soundtracks leading up to Shadowkeep and during Shadowkeep. And it's known as Savathun's Song, and basically it's a way of sort of getting into the minds of other people and corrupting them. And for the longest time, I thought that meant that, like, Savathun was gonna basically have a fucking army of guardians under Savathun's control, the way that she kind of controlled Uldren. Was not the case. kind of went nowhere. Which is kind of sad, if I'm being totally honest. But yeah, so there's so much shit. There's so much shit. I highly recommend, if you're into the lore of the game and you want to know shit like who the fuck is Amanda Holiday? Who the fuck is Uldren Sov? Why do we give a shit about Marasov? Who's Oryx? Why is Oryx trans rights? I highly recommend. She had her own guardians. Yeah, she did. She ended up getting her own guardians. By the way, I was fucking, when Witch Queen came out, I sent Crack Theory to my clan, because we have a whole channel for that on Discord, and I was like, I think Savathun's gonna come back as a guardian, because we knew that was gonna happen. We didn't know how it was gonna happen, and I'm like, well, there's this great line in the Red War that the speaker says, which has also not been a speaker in a hot minute. I think they're kind of setting up Mika to become the next speaker, but I don't fucking know about that. But it's, devotion inspires bravery, bravery inspires sacrifice, sacrifice leads to death. And I'm like, that's what's going to be the reasoning why the Traveler does this, because that's the reason the Traveler resurrected Uldren. It's the reason that they're going to resurrect Savathun, because the Traveler does not give a shit who they resurrect. They just care about the parameters of being resurrected. And I was fucking right. I could have written this game. I could have written a better Lightfall, tell you what. Yep, speaker died by Gaul. God, he was such a bad... Because it's really great. Please tell me we can watch the cutscene. Hold on. No, I might bring this up. This might be one of the last things we do, but I'm bringing this up on YouTube. Hold on. It's a great fucking... The speaker was so cool. The speaker was so cool. In Destiny 1, they were kind of your... Yes! I'll take questions from the audience. I'm not Bife, but I know a lot of lore. I also have my own crack theories, so... As I pull up this really badass video of the speaker. Should my computer cooperate? What's the deal with ghosts? Excellent question. And finding their guardian. So, ghosts, the collapse happens. Okay? Darkness comes in, the witness, or it's actually, I think, just Nezarec, but it might have also been the witness. They don't know who we are. So how? No! Tracks! So, the collapse happens, and the witness and Nezarec is coming here, and they're fucking up the system. And the Traveler, not bouncing, decides, they are gravediggers. We are all corpses. We are all zombies. Because what the Traveler does is it lets out this huge burst of light. And that released the ghosts. And the ghosts are little... And you see this in the death of Sundance and the death of Targe. And basically every ghost that's ever died on screen. Rest in fucking peace, Sagira. Which was Osiris's ghost. That got off-screened. And I'm still mad about it. They are culminations of light. They're the reason we have our powers. And they all... These millions upon millions of ghosts are sent out into the universe and said, go find a body. And they have this little tether, basically. Like, think of it like a string between us, as a guardian, and them. But they don't know where the fuck we are. So they have to go traveling around the entirety of Seoul to find their guardian. Because only resurrection on minds, right? Yes. So, yeah, they just resurrect our bodies. I mean, we have functioning brains. We can talk and all that kind of stuff. No, you're fine. No, we love ghost lore in this house. But yeah, no, we are resurrected. We do not know lives of our past selves. Even exos, don't know their past lives. Now exos can go back and they have memory banks, technically. Anna Bray is kind of like in the taboo because Anna Bray was resurrected with a name tag on her that said Anastasia Bray. She's like, what the fuck is Clovis Bray? What the fuck is Braytech? What the fuck? Who the fuck was this? Who the fuck am I? And so she went to Mars, because that's where she found Braytech, and it's very taboo for Guardians to go after their past. That's why, for so long, people were like, don't tell Crow who he is. It's gonna fuck him up. And then Savathun, during one season, was like, lol, here's who you are. Finally, I found your guardian. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Because, I mean, even Glint, because ghosts who don't find their guardians, by the way, after, like, such a long time, they get bullied, by the way. That's a thing. Ghost bullying is real, and it can hurt us. Devotion inspires bravery. Let's get this fucking cutscene up. But yeah, ghosts can get bullied. And it's really... It's funny, but it's also really sad. Let's enhance. Hold on. Let me pause this. Let me get this set up. We're gonna watch this together as a family. Should my stream hold up? Is that bullying its character building? Okay, you're not wrong. Alright, let's watch this together. Actually, let me go back to the game. Let me turn off the music real quick. Let me turn off the music so we can hear this. Ayo! Alright. So, for context, in this scene. So, Gaul, this little funny thing in the background is like basically a net around the Traveler, because the Cabal are using it to basically siphon light so that way Gaul can become a guardian, because that's what he wants. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The speaker has the speaker's character design is really cool. This is the speaker mask is the Warlock exotic. And this is the guy you get it from, basically. Saint's dad. Sort of, father figure. Not real dad, but, like, the speaker was kind of the guy that everybody turned to because he was really cool and everyone loves him. And he was the person in Destiny 1 that our guardian went to when we got yoinked out of the grave. And it was like, this is what it means to be a guardian. This is who the Traveler is. This is what your purpose is. And then he's like, go kill the Black Heart. And we're like, okay, Dad. He was everyone's dad. So for context, yeah, so this is the last city. The Cabal invaded. It was really fucking cool. There's a big net around the Traveler. Guardians don't have their light, but we get our light back because it's a shard of the Traveler. That's how we get the EDZ. And Gaul is speaking to the speaker because he captured him and is now on his ship, and Gaul's a little baby bitch. And we get to watch this. Let me also turn this up.
Explain.
Oh my god.
Devotion is...
Hold on. We're doing this without a fucking rap track in the background. Hold on. Hold on.
What is the price of such power and immortality?
Devotion. Self-sacrifice. Death.
Death. Explain.
Devotion inspires bravery. Bravery inspires sacrifice. Sacrifice leads to death. So, feel free to kill yourself.
I needed you guys to just experience that full bit if you haven't yet. Because also, yeah, no, his voice is top tier. Yeah. There are some banger lines. The roast. I know. Yeah, so this is why we love the speaker. Love him. He dies. He's fucking dead. But he was really cool. But like the absolute roast of just go ahead and kill yourself. I'm like, oh my god. This game used to be so good. This is what I'm talking about with the game used to be so good. New players cannot experience that. You can't experience that. And I'm so mad about it. Because it's such a good... There's such good shit. Warmind and Curse of Osiris. Curse of Osiris is 50-50. Warmind was bad. Just notoriously bad. You don't get Forsaken. You don't get the Red War. Two of the best campaigns for this game. And you don't get either of them. Because Bungie was like, let's sunset it. And they kept saying, oh, we'll bring it back, we'll bring it back. Haven't brought it back. You guys don't get to meet Asher Mir. We've met Sloane. Sloane is whatever. But we don't meet Asher Mir. What were the other planets we lost? We lost Mars. We don't technically meet Annabray. I don't know what the fuck is happening there. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, that weird chat glitch has been happening for a while, by the way. I don't know why it keeps happening, but it keeps happening. Yes, speakers is the speaker exotic. Yes, so if we go into collections here, now we have to go into exotics, my bad. Armor, warlock. Yep. So this is not exactly the speaker's mask. The speaker's mask is a little bit different. It's all white. But this is the shape of the speaker's mask. I believe this is just all like the thoughts of the last speaker. I highly also recommend, if you want some cool lore, read the exotic, like, read weapon lore. There's some good tidbits in there. One of my favorite ones is actually Orpheus Rig. It's half the reason I use it. Yeah, I don't have Balance of Power yet. I need to get this one. I need this so bad. Where's Orpheus Rig? Here it is. I think this has pretty good lore, if I remember. Oh yeah, this is the lore about one of the only canon Night Stalker hunters named Qantas Ree. She built them after being so low on light on Nessus that she built these so that way she wouldn't have to deal with that again. It's fucking cool. It's fucking cool. Read the lore. It's one of the few things about this game that's really good. Read the lore. Or bife it. Honestly, bife it. I'm not gonna make everyone go back and read every single goddamn lore piece, because that is also way too much. Now, if you do want to read lore, and you want to read about a specific thing, there's a place called the Ishtar Collective. It is the same Ishtar Collective as named in-game, but basically what community members have done is they've taken every single lore bit and every single item in the game, every single quest, every single interaction, and put it into a general public hub, so that way you can go and you can research it, and you can read it, and it's really, really good. Especially if you didn't play Destiny 1, there's all the Destiny 1 stuff is in there too. So, like all the stuff about Oryx and the Hive Gods, all the stuff about the worms, all the stuff about the darkness before we really knew what darkness was. After 5 minutes, I fall asleep. Listen, I put on Bife videos to fall asleep. Do not feel bad. No. Hello, grumbly boy. Are you grumbling? Do you want a snack? You want a snack? No, his voice is very sleepable. Like, it's a good thing. There are a few people I can listen to. Like, that's why I listen to lore stuff when I go to bed. Not just Destiny lore stuff. Like, I listened last night to the timeline of Layers of Fear, which I didn't realize there was a fucking timeline to the game. Or, like, the lore explained. I thought it was just a spooky game. There's a story to that game. I didn't realize. But yeah, so anyway, that the fuck is that? I don't know what that means. Oh, perfect pitch. That's the weapon. That's the weapon I got. I'm a little slow on the uptick. Yeah. But if you guys are actually interested in doing like a whole cutscene story lore day, I am so fucking down for that. I realize that's not everyone's cup of tea, but it could be a lot of fun. So if you guys are interested in that, feel free to let me know. I'm actually gonna bounce because it's been about 5 hours, and I gotta let my dog out because he's a good boy. I'll give you one last look at him before we go because he's sitting over here. You a good boy? You're a great boy. Yeah. You wanna be gentle? Wanna get a snack? He's gonna get some snacks. Want some snacks? Okay. Okay, yeah, he's so gentle he drops them. There he is. He's a good boy. Thank you everybody who stopped by today. I appreciate all of you guys for hanging around and chatting, and we did some more stuff, and the fucking... See, you don't get any of that lore in the new player experience. You don't get any of it. Even in Destiny 2 World War, you didn't get a lot of it, but, like, you could at least play it. So, regardless, thank you everybody so much for stopping by. Thank you for everyone who has followed and subscribed today. You are all amazing. If you haven't followed and you'd like to follow, feel free to drop a follow. Always appreciate all of you. If you have a Prime sub and you have nowhere to use it, happy to have you around. We have some cool emotes, and the more people we have subscribed, the more cool emotes we can have, which is pretty fucking baller. Regardless, feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, as that is where I am, and I will see all of you probably next week. Might do a surprise stream tomorrow, depends on the vibe, but I will definitely be around for tomorrow. So thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day. See you later.